A very good morning. It's Mark here. 7:40 a.m. Eastern, 11:40 GMT. US session about to get underway. Good, almost 2 hours away from Wall Street opening. Let's see how the markets stand going into the US session on the 1st of April. US dollar index, you can see adding slightly to yesterday's gains. Support still at 103.39. Yesterday's resistance 104.08, and within that range, but adding slightly to the gains we saw yesterday. US dollar, I believe, may well come up and test the 104.08. Let's see if it can get up to the 104.32. That's where we saw the start of the double top and this push lower, but pretty much sideways since then. If I move on to the hourly, there you can see in the last couple of hours certainly is coming up and looking to test above the 104 level. Let's have a look at the S&P in pre-market trading. Unusual day yesterday. We had a big gap down to start the day. Sellers took it as low as 5,536 support, but then closed strong all the way up here yesterday with resistance at 5,669. A gap lower to start the day again, and a gap lower. The gap is often a precursor of what's to come. So the gap lower might be indicating further selling, perhaps another test of the 5,536 support. Bear in mind the nervousness surrounding the markets, awaiting tomorrow's April 2nd Liberation Day and finding out more and finding out details about the upcoming White House tariffs imposed by Trump and the White House. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see coming down right now, 5,669. That's the area, that's the resistance, but we are seeing a push down as we get into and get closer to Wall Street opening. Downtrend very much in place, and even with yesterday's green candle, lower highs and lower lows, you can see. Let's have a look at gold. Unsurprisingly, a new record high today, 3,150. But as the US session gets underway, or waiting for the US session to get underway, we can see a bit of a push down. Overbought conditions, definitely. If we look at the RSI sitting on the daily at 78, very overbought conditions. Perhaps some profit taking, a US dollar showing some strength, perhaps inverse relationship. I've put in on the hourly this descending trend line, perhaps an opportunity to bounce down off here, break through the support, which I have at 3,126. Could be some gains to the downside. We'll keep an eye on that one. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Yesterday, a strong day for oil. All the way up here, we saw resistance at over $75, 75.07. Went a little bit high already to start the day, gapped higher to start, and now climbing that, still that little bit of green, as you can see. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see hang around the resistance to $75. In this last hour came as low as 74.64, fighting its way back, 74.84. Top of this candle would get us closer to the 75 level. And there you can see again on the daily, uptrend still in place, higher high and higher low. At this point, let's see if buyers can break above this resistance at 75 and move higher. Seems to be demand for oil, and certainly supply concerns are coming to the fore as well. Bitcoin, there on the daily, that's the descending trend line. Showing some strength today, Bitcoin from an open at 82,500, already sitting at 84,000, which is a resistance area from the last 2 days. Maybe a test of this descending trend line, an opportunity for sellers to come down off this descending trend line. Alternatively, buyers looking for the from 84 where we are now to coming up here at 85, 89,000 potential on both sides. On the hourly, there you can see has broken above the resistance area at the 84,000 all the way up there, 84.5, and now coming and testing the previous resistance, acting as a support on the hourly at 84,000. We will watch that through the day as well. Good trading, and I will see you at the end of the day.